So Greta Thunberg made her way, and the rest of them, on flotilla to Israel. And we have some response from the one and only Elica. Let's take a listen.
I want to say that nothing surprises me anymore, but occasionally I stand corrected. Greta Thunberg has faked a hostage-taking stunt and asked the world to put pressure on the Swedish government to release her.
My name is Greta Thunberg and I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped by the Israeli occupational forces. I urge all my friends to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
In reality, she was peacefully transferred onto another ship and given sandwiches and water after attempting an illegal entry that she was warned against in advance. Let me tell you something. As a Middle Eastern person, I am tired. I am tired of the people who are enduring real hardship being exploited by European and Western saviors. You don't get to perform oppression on your moral theatre. This is exactly like when the Columbia students, the most privileged New Yorkers, pretended to be stuck in a war zone in encampments and needed humanitarian aid.
Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill? This is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for.
When in reality, they could just cross the road and buy a $7 bottle of Fiji water. This is not solidarity. This is satire. It's not just satire. It is an insult. It is an insult to pretend to be kidnapped when you still have 55 genuinely kidnapped hostages held underground. It is an insult to pretend to need humanitarian aid when Gazans genuinely need humanitarian aid. It is an insult to redirect attention onto yourself as the savior in peril because you've been kidnapped. None of this is helping Middle Eastern people. If you really want to help, you don't need to stage a theatre. You don't need to wear costumes and film viral TikTok videos. People who want to help care about peace. And peace only comes when this war ends. That means that those 55 hostages need to be released. And there is a way to do that because we've seen what happens when we put pressure on Qatar. So why isn't the world doing that? Why doesn't the world care about what genuinely helps? You know why they're only ever antagonizing and provoking more hostility? Because who can they exploit if there's nobody suffering? Greta Thunberg doesn't need your attention. She is well fed. She is hydrated. She is safe, which is a lot more than can be said for the people whose suffering she is exploiting to the applause of gushing Westerners. The show's over. Drop the curtain, go the fuck home. You are the most privileged people in the world. This is not your time to shine.
So I actually want to share this post by Jonah Platt. You can go to @JonahPlatt on Instagram or X. He said, imagine pretending to care about Palestinians and giving an ounce of oxygen to a PR stunt by a bunch of idiots on a boat that was built on purpose, and I'll get to that in a second, to fail and had literally nothing to do with actually helping anybody but the public profile of said idiots. Also, anyone who doesn't understand why random boats are not allowed just to show up and sail into Gaza as their leisure is a person who has obviously spent a grand total of 0 seconds thinking about that and should not be taken seriously. Jonah Platt, really suggest you go take a look. People, are we surprised by this? I mean, I'm seeing all of the reactions on social media of what Greta and Flotilla and this liberation boat decided to do. What did you think was going to happen? You think Israel could risk the security of letting that boat actually sail to the shore of the Gaza Strip? Of course not. You think Greta and the rest of them on the boat thought that they would successfully make it to Gaza? Of course not. Do you know what they discussed on their way there? Getting pulled over by Israel. And then what? What would happen next? They get taken out of the boat, they get transferred, they get questioned, they got shown the footage of October 7th and turned their backs. I'll make another video about that. And then sent back. What did you think was going to happen? That they were just going to let them into the Gaza Strip? Greta and the rest of their crew knew this was going to happen. Why is it a win for them? Because then they get to talk on display, on media, in the news, that they got kidnapped. That, see, guys, we're showing to you, the rest of the world, that Israel does occupy people. They control the land, they control the sea, they control the air. What did you think was going to happen? It was like you could predict this. It's a PR stunt. and to sit here and act like, you know, just like Jonah said. I mean, these people, it's like awkward now. Like the Palestinian liberation movement is awkward. The fact that they literally tried to do this is really weird. Really, really, really weird. And you have people across the world who are, you know, announcing them as these heroes and look what Israel's doing. I mean, I've been saying this since the beginning of the war, but like every situation that Israel's put in is a lose-lose. So Greta in this boat, I'm being very careful with my words right now, coming to Israel, coming to the Gaza Strip, call a spade, it's a lose-lose for Israel. It's a lose-lose for Israel. It's a lose-lose. Why? The first loss is that if Israel decides not to do its job and just let that boat sail to the Gaza Strip, it is a massive security threat. A massive security threat, because if they went to the Gaza Strip in the middle of where they know a war is happening and get hit by an airstrike, then the world says, look, even Israel is willing to kill these innocent people. Number two, the reason it's another loss is because of what's happening right now. The media in the world then see Israel as this colonial state, which is now occupying the ocean, which is now blockading people from coming into the Gaza Strip, which is now creating hostages. Meanwhile, Greta has no idea what it's like to actually be a hostage. She got handed a sandwich from Israel, put a smile on her face, and the 50 hostages who are left there in the Gaza Strip don't have any food. It's comedic. We've stooped lower than what I thought we've already seen. It's beyond me. Anyways, I'll see you guys next video in South Africa now, and looking to keep you guys updated. So I'll see you soon. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps me to continue this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and Buy Me a Coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.